Okay, this is a partial walkthrough of Camping Stoneham, which is north and west of Quebec, about 30 minutes or so into Quebec. It's only going to be a partial walkthrough because we've been in Quebec the last few days and I'm getting worn out. But this is the entrance where you come in, the gates you come into, and then you come to this. It's not really a roundabout, it just kind of splits the directions that you go. So if you go over there to the right, you're in some in and out spots, but mostly seasonal over there. When you come around this way, these are all daily spots, so you can go in and out here as you want when they have availability. We're down on this loop a little ways, but these are very nice sites. They're nice and level, and they have water, sewer, and 50 amp power at most of the sites that you come into. This is site 1 here on my left, and then they're going to just walk down the line here, 1A. There is site 2, and they just number up as you go down that way. Here to the right is a mini golf course. The kiosk here for the mini golf course is closed right now. We're just at the very end of the season, so it is closed for the season, but you can still rent clubs and balls up at the main entrance. Sites 3A, 4, 4A, and this is us here in 5. I specifically chose site 5 because it had a little more shade, and I thought that would be nice here. Washrooms, they're clean. They have showers in them, but the showers are 25 cents for 2 minutes. So not my favorite type of shower. And still continuing around here, site 8, and then site 8A. These are the last powered sites on this loop. Then from this point on, this loop becomes primarily tent camping. You can still fit campers in here, but it is going to be dry camping. The sites are pretty level for the most part. River is off to the left, and you're inland here to the right. You may have noticed a swing there. There are a bunch of swings kind of spread around the whole campground, and it has been very pleasant here while we have been here. We've been here for 5 days so far, leaving tomorrow morning, but all the sites here are really, I think, kind of geared towards tents down in this area. There's one of the swings there in site 17, and they all have stone fire rings and picnic tables. When we get down here a little farther, I'm going to break off. I'm not going to continue down this loop. It goes down for, well, we're not even halfway through it. But it continues down along the river on this side. There's a bridge to get you over to the other side, some nice walking paths over there. It's been a little rainy while we were here, so I only got to walk one day. There's another swing. But like I said, there are a bunch of those spaced around the whole thing. These sites that you see back there that go up that road, those are 20 amp sites. So they have water and 20 amp, but they do not have sewer. As we come around here, you see there are sites kind of all through the woods there that follow the river around. I'm no longer following the river. I'm now swinging around. If we had taken a right instead of continuing down along the river by where our site is, we would have come down this road and gone past those sites there. Those are all also 20 amp and water. And then over here we have the swimming pool and a playground. And this was getting a lot of use earlier in the week when we were here over the weekend. There were a lot of families here, and the kids were definitely enjoying the playground. And it is very large. Lots of climbing, lots of swinging. Good selection of things for the kids. Over here you may see a little kid over there who's enjoying the rope ride. It runs about 40 feet and is pretty nice. Again, a good spot for kids. There is also tubing in the river here. There are actually 3 rivers that run through this campsite, through this campground. So I think primarily they tube on one, but they all look like they could be tubed on. These sites over here are, again, power water. I don't believe they have sewer. And then over there on the back are the seasonal sites, or some of them. They continue all the way around this whole loop where I pointed to the right when we first started. Now, some of the sites in here do have sewer, but you're going to have to watch the online specifications to know exactly what you're getting. There's such a variety of sites in here. I'm going to go ahead and turn to the right here. Off to the left are more sites that are 50 amp power, water, and sewer. And most of those back up to the little river we're going to be crossing here in a moment. And so you do get a lot of the river sounds in here. Our site backs right up to the river as well. And you get that pleasant river sound. If you have the windows open, you can hear it all night. These, when you get down in here, they are one way. People tend to go both ways up at the top. But these, again, are primarily tent sites. You could, of course, put a camper in here. In some of them, some of them are not real level in this area. There's just a level spot for a tent. Again, they all have fire rings made of stone and picnic tables. So here's another one of the rivers that runs down through, and another bridge that gets you over to the other side. I don't know how many sites there are here total, but I think I saw signs as high as 172. So this is primarily a car path, but this is a steep hill here. I don't think I'd want to come up it pulling a trailer, but the road does swing off over there and come around. This guy here seems to be a seasonal. Most of the seasonals have tables and chairs provided for them, it seems, because they all match. So back here, these sites are power, water, and sewer again on the inside, and on the outside they're 20 amp power and water. So again, small campers are good here. On the inside you can fit just about anything. On the outside here along the river, a small camper or a tent. Some of the sites along the river tend to slope toward the river, and so you may end up having a difficult time leveling. You can see that little trailer there is a lot lower in the front than it is in the back, and it's only about maybe 20 feet long. Then as we come around here, again we have 20 amp and water on the outside. Inside is power, water, and sewer, and they're at least 30. So most of the inside sites here tend to be more level. Some of them, like this one here, for example, 152A, slopes quite a bit to the front corner. So if you're in something long, you'd have a little difficulty. You'd have to get way back. But if you're in something short, it wouldn't be any problem at all. And then some of the sites here also tend to lean a little bit side to side. Again, most of them wouldn't be an issue for most rigs, but if you're in something like a large motorhome, you would probably struggle a bit with some of the sites here. We chose site 5. We booked it in June for a stay end of August through the 1st of September, and at that time there were probably 25 sites I could have chosen from that all had water, power, and sewer. So I'm going to cut to the right here. This is that road that you would have come in on if you wanted to avoid the big steep hill, because I'm going to go across the bridge here, which will take me back to the side that is kind of behind where we're camping. Most of the sites here have pretty good shade. When you get over to the side where the seasonal sites are, there's a lot of unshaded spots there. And as you saw, sites 1 through 5 or 1 through 4A are also pretty much in the sunshine. So I'm going to just continue straight across here. As you look over here to the right, you'll see another swing set and the end of the loop back here. The inside ones are 20 amp water. The outside are all along the river, and they are completely dry camping. There is a restroom right here. Restrooms here are clean. I don't like the 25-cent showers. You can't adjust the temperature, so you are just kind of stuck. So we normally shower at the campgrounds. We chose to empty our shower and shower in the motorhome here. So the roads here can maybe be a little bit confusing, but once you've been in here once, I think you'll get it. So if we went off to the left up here, we would go back by where the playground is. I'm going to move over here to the right instead. And here, these are inside sites again, and they all have power and water. The outside sites, which again are along the river, I don't think, other than except way up where we are and down in the seasonal corner, I don't think any of them have power and water to them. But there are spigots around, easy to find, and I don't think you would have any issues finding water. So here's a spigot right here. This is a typical seasonal site. You can see he's got a flat level deck and a table with 4 chairs, and that's pretty much what all of them that I've seen here have on the seasonals. So they give you a deck to pull up next to. Some of them are very private. Some of them have more openness. I saw ducks in this pond one day. There's a lot of ducks in the river over by the seasonal sites. I think there's someone over there that feeds them. So these sites are, again, 3 hookup: power, water, and sewer. And they are mostly shaded, but you're going to get sunlight part of the day here. The sites can be a little close together here, but it's a large campground. I haven't seen anywhere where the sites seemed like they would be really cramped. We didn't ask, but I'm sure if we had, they would have let us switch sites. So here I am back again at the back side of the pool, and the back side of the pool has another play area, and so again, good area for kids. Haven't seen anyone in the pool the last couple of days, but over the weekend there were quite a few people that were in there. So as you can see, this is a large campground. It's quiet, it's shaded, you're in the woods a little bit, far enough out of Quebec that you don't feel obligated to do things there, but close enough that if you want to go in and enjoy the city, you certainly can do that. We went to Quebec 3 out of the 5 days we were here. We did hop on, hop off bus 2 days, and I would recommend that. It gives you a good overview of the city. We explored the more suburby part 1 day, and then when we were on the hop on, hop off bus, we did the lower town 1 day and the upper town a second day. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. If I continued straight on this road, I'd go right back past the entrance, and I'm going to turn to the right here, which will take us back to the site we're in. So you may see around here a lot of mountains. They do have a ski area right here in Stoneham, not at the campground, but in this town up here to the left. So that's it. A little longer than I expected, but I couldn't do every site here. There are just too many.